share your screen and we can jump into it.
Yeah.
And then Patty,
Yes,
if there's key points that you want to stop on and want me to explain, let me know and we can just stop throughout the video.
Yeah. So again, this is the A2P registration guideline. So basically first we need to go to business info in the settings, and we need to fill out all this information. So we need to make sure that all information matches on what they have in the tax form or CP575 form, especially the address, and then the business legal legal business name. Also the website, we need to make sure that the address is same what we have on the website, because some Twilio representative rejecting that as well. So I'll give you example. So I'll try this account to register. Just a sec. I just need to fill out this one.
Yeah, you can just register it under all our company information.
Yeah.
So Patty, just a quick question. You said if the address on the website is different from the address that they gave you for the A2P registration, that it could not verify, right?
Yes, that happened to us last time, and as as per the representative from Duilio, we need to, make sure that it matches everything on the website, on the legal on the tax form, especially on the Go High Level account.
Okay.
And by the way, for the A2P, we can only register US phone numbers. So for if they're located in Canada, we don't have to do that.
Will you repeat that one more time? So the authorized representative, you don't need that in Canada, is that you said?
I know, for the A2P registration, we can only register US phone number. So if they're located in Canada, we don't need them to register to A2P. They can still use the phone number.
Okay, got it. Darren, did you guys get that in Canada?
Not quite, man. I'm not too sure what you meant about that.
So Patty, what you're saying is you can't register a phone number in Canada with A2P?
Yes, because if their business is located in Canada, we don't need to register to A2P, correct? That's one.
Oh, we registered ours and one of our clients in Canada here for A2P and got them Canadian phone numbers with A2P.
Oh, because what as per the support that I've spoke with last time, if they're Canadian and they don't need to message someone in the US, we don't need to register them. That's yeah.
Interesting.
So it's not bad.
Because
I'd say it's not bad to have, but I guess you don't need it.
Okay.
So
Well,
so the text messages didn't get blocked at all to
Yeah.
Canadians, from Canadians to Canadians.
Oh, okay.
Very peaceful country, you know?
Very peaceful, very friendly.
You don't have to ask for stop or sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, we'll probably just try and go through it anyways. I don't know. We're onboarding another Canadian client right now.
Okay,
And-
so Patty, will you explain this really quick? So before you just go back to what you just did. So
so to which one?
So just to go back and explain, so go back to business info. So the main thing here is you want to put all your business info in and make sure that everything matches properly. And then you start the
Yes.
STP process. So make sure,
Yes, correct.
yeah, go for it, Patty.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So yeah, again, we need to make sure that all information that we put in here is same as what we have in the tax form. especially the address, legal business name, and then the website. So once we're done filling out this form, we go to phone number settings, and then buy a phone number. But do you guys need me to walk you through on how to buy a phone number? Okay.
I think they know how to buy a phone number.
So, and then after that, for the registration, just it's a auto populate, so we just click next, and then this is the information we put it in earlier. Just click continue. Continue
So all that information pre-fills if you fill it out in the business settings. So
the
that's
business.
got it.
Yes. Then acknowledge. So this is the part we need to for the campaign details. So we always use the low volume mix. And then for the use case description, this is what we use.
Yeah.
Can you-
And Patty, after this call, share with me this document so we can send this to everyone, because this is the exact templates that we use for the examples.
yeah, sure.
And so, Patty, there's two different messaging examples we do, right? So we do one for
Mhm.
our company, and then we have a different one for our clients, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what she's showing is how we register for our company, but we'll also show you how to register for your clients. So we'll send you guys both the different messaging templates. So right now, this is how you do it for yourself if you're doing it through your own business page, but then for your clients, the messaging is just gonna look a little different. So ours are mainly like appointment reminders and stuff like that we use in GHL. For you guys, if it's for your clients, it's gonna be more of like those opt-in messages that we also have a example for you guys.
Yeah, so for the first question, this is the template. I'll be sending you guys the template that we're using. Let me fill out this one.
So basically you want to make sure that you're giving it good example text. So we ran into a lot of problems before with this where we were just putting in example text that we thought was good, but it wasn't until Patty talked with support and then actually got really good messaging templates to put in here that our numbers get verified a lot easier. So we'll give you guys our templates and then you can just change it a little bit up for your niche. So if we say something about, med spa or anything like that, you guys just change it to whatever your niche is.
Oh, just a sec, guys. Let me look for the other template. Hold on.
No worries. You can just send it to me after the, I'll upload it to the program for everyone.
Yeah. But I'll just write this one because this template is for med spa, but I'll just write this so I can show you guys. For the text sample, we just need to make sure that we have the lead name, the scheduler name, the company name, and then the opt-out message, which is this one opt-out reply stop. And then for the next step, we add the privacy policy and then the funnel name or the funnel link. For the funnel link, we need to make sure that on the contact form, there is a terms and condition that they're agreeing that that we will contact them using the information that they provided. So
Right.
we will just have to put here the funnel link and then the privacy policy. So the Twilio is very strict with the privacy policy, so we need to be careful with that. I'm not sure what's their template, but sometimes the Twilio just accept the privacy policy, but it still depends who will be reviewing A2P registration.
Yeah, so what she means there is that you guys need to have a privacy policy in that message to help with approval. So you guys can just use ours if you want. It's just a standard Google Doc that helps with the privacy policy. So we made our own privacy policy so you guys can use it. It's the same one that's in the template that I gave you guys within all these snapshots.
Yeah, so that's it. So we can, once we're done with this, we can just click submit, then register them to CNAME, and then the other one, I forgot the other, oh, shake and steer. And it's all good now.
So that's how you do A2P. And then, yeah, will you do shake and stir and CNAME really quick, just for everyone to see?
Yeah, sure. So this just put the company name here.
Okay, so you type in the company name.
For CNAME,
That's all-
I think it's only
That's all you have
15.
to do. That's all you have to do for shake and stir.
Yes, just add the company name for CNAME. We can only use 15 characters, so you can just use JFM for this, or jump forward.
Okay, so for CNAME, if your business name's a little longer, just use a little abbreviation. Because this is CNAME, just so you guys know, that's what shows up when you're making the phone calls. So if you register CNAME, when clients are calling leads from your Go High level, you want to always register the CNAME because that's going to be what shows up when someone's calling the lead, if that makes sense. So if I call a med spot, it's going to show up as jump forward. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure you register that for your clients. It's important. And then shaken and stir, if I'm not mistaken, is sending out to the carriers. So it's basically sending out your number to the carrier so that it verifies more and doesn't get marked as spam. So you definitely want to make sure you do all three of those. And that's pretty much the whole process, right, Betty?
Yes.
Amazing. Does anyone have any questions there?